since the FM23 update, our free-flowing attack might have dried up a little, but we're still going well. We're not unbeaten, but we're in the hunt for playoff places. It's a journeyman. Welcome in. Things are still going well at Reading. Played the rest of December. These were the results. After the Luton draw and the Sheffield United win, we managed to get a victory over Watford, another team that we were a little early going into that game. We felt that they could mix it up. We managed to get a 2-1 victory. We were 2-0 up. It went pretty well. I was a little disappointed to concede, but solid performance away from home. We then lost our first game as the Reading manager, a 2-1 loss on the road to Cardiff. They needed a 93rd minute winner. Devastating. Horrible way to lose a game. This is where you start to see, again, it's a 2-1 victory over Luton. Better than we did before, admittedly, when we got the draw. Fatua with the brace. It just hasn't been the same. You know, a couple 1-0 wins after that, Coventry and Sheffield Wednesday away. No complaints. But given that we were winning 3-1, 4-0, 3-0 earlier, there is a distinct change. Now, that might not be down to the update. That might be to teams in the league are going, oh, Reading are sorted themselves out. Remember, when we came in, relegation threatened teams played a bit more open, so maybe just an adjustment from them. So we'll maybe try and maybe not push as hard, or we're not playing positive anyway. We start off balanced, but maybe the press needs to just be scaled back a little bit when the game is tight type thing. We take on Huddersfield right now. They are 20th in the table, and then we're going to take on Burnley in the FA Cup third round. Burnley are a Premier League team, so we'll get to test ourselves. But we do have an issue. Classic Football Manager, our goalkeeper just got injured for 2 weeks. Short-term injury, which is good. I don't really have a lot of money sitting aside to go and get another goalkeeper, so we'll go with our backup. Konya Boyce Clark has been really good. I probably didn't rate him initially, but yeah, I think he's very decent at this level. Good goalkeeper, does what we need him to do. A little concerned that we have to turn to a backup. It never seems to work out for me. Said backup will be Max O'Leary. At least he is consistent, but as you can see, coaches do think he's an EFL League One standard player, so a little bit of a drop-off in goal for the next game. Huddersfield are 20th in the table, so hopefully we can still take care of them, but we've got to keep an eye on the goalkeeper as we play this next game. It's going to be really tricky taking on Burnley with our backup goalie. We don't have a lot of money. That's mainly because our owner hasn't managed to sell up. We were in a takeover process. It collapsed. It actually collapsed twice, but I'm completely off the board now. So owner doesn't want to be here, so he's not going to put more money in. I mean, the gamble hasn't completely blown up in my face, but I was kind of hoping we get a new owner soonish. Just to round up, we also got our youth intake preview. It's a good intake. That's okay. Not expecting much from it. We can't really get the youngsters playing in the first team. If we had a very high potential player and we felt we're a bit safer, I'd try and get him involved in the first team. But right now, we really want to push, see where we end up at the end of the season with this team. Ideally, we make playoffs and we can maybe take a run at the Premier League. I do fancy our chances if we get in playoffs because we've been very good, but we're not ready to turn to the 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds and give them game time, I'm afraid. Team we take on Huddersfield, pretty straightforward. O'Leary comes in goal. Same back four as we've been playing, pretty much. The midfield trio, the difference is I've gone Tetic over Adams, and that's because I'm trying to get through January without these loans getting taken from us. I have serious fear that Fatawu, Southern and Adams, even Popov, could all be taken away from us, and if that is the case, we're going to have to rebuild. I'm not sure if we get more loans in. I think we possibly do, but I think you only get so many long-term loans, so we could be devastated and our season might end in January. Generally, if they get taken from us, I think we're probably going to be fighting not relegation or anything like that, but we'll probably just be happy to get through this season. We'll see how it goes. If we can hold on to them, playoffs are a possibility. And if we can make playoffs, we could potentially get promoted, I think, with this team. So nothing's really changed in the tactic. It's kind of like a lower form of a gegenpress. Now, the FM23 update is obviously out, and people have been talking like, oh, I'm using gegenpress less, and it's less effective. Someone mentioned they've gone from 10 wins in 13 to 2 wins in 13. To me, that's good because it means the defense isn't so easy to disrupt. I feel like the gegenpress takes advantage of the fact that the defenders make poor passes, and that's why the ball's turned over so quickly, and why you can get a bad team to be a good team with a gegenpress. Hopefully we're a good team and we can continue to play the high press and not rely on silly turnovers in the defense. We'll see how we get on here. What I'd really like is get through this season and get ourselves a proper set-piece specialist. A tall team, but we don't have the delivery. We're not taking advantage of corners and free kicks and that. I'd like someone to come in and just be like, give me the ball. That's probably the kind of player I'm going to look in the summer, assuming we have money. And big assumption, because we really need the owner to sell up. Let's encourage. Got a chance here. Oh, here we go. Fatawu, he is the best we've got. Can he lift it over the wall here? He can, but it goes wide. Now, another positive thing, possibly, not in our case there, but I believe there are rumours that not every free kick flies in that area. That is exciting. More exciting for my youth-only save, where that has been such a weakness because it feels like the only way teams score against me. Encourage just before the half. I mean, we are in control without really having the ball. They've had one shot and it wasn't on target, so. Bastion. Yeti across. Oh, I just needed to hook that towards goal. Holmes now. Abrefa into Bastion. Go on. Plays it Mieti. Across the box. Southern. Lovely goal. The man from Leeds delivers again. He's been fantastic since we've joined. Don't know what he was playing previously in this team, but I swear the majority of those goals have come under my managership. He would be a huge loss if I think it's. Or is he Crystal Palace? No, I think Crystal Palace is Steve Adams. I don't want to lose Southern, though. Not this season. Almost definitely a player we can't afford, that's for sure. I'm going to tell them not to get complacent for the second half. We're 1-0 up here. We could lower the tempo. Let's lower the tempo, just see if we can control this game a little bit more. Lower the tempo, keep the ball, not rush things. Yeah, we get on. Right back's not having a good game. I don't think I've got a right back. Oh, I could move Holmes. We'll move Holmes to right back and we'll take on Williams. Williams has been getting some game time and he's been good. So I'm happy enough to throw him in at centre back. With Holmes moving to right back. See if that helps us out a little bit. This is actually a very important game because they're struggling at the table. This is the kind of game we need to make sure we win, and it would put us within 2 points of those playoff spots. As where we want to be. Going to encourage. Mieti's going to come off. I'm going to throw on Clark. If he's here, he's not here. Let's score this goal. Let's score this goal here. This goal that's already happened. Let's score it, and I'll make a sub. Kind of tried to wish that win to happen. Mieti with a header off the bar. We'll take Popov on, and I'll ask him to play as an inside forward attack. Just need to make sure we use our subs correctly here. So Liam Moore could come on for Bastion, and then we're going to move Fuchs up into advanced playmaker. Tetic could come off, but I fear putting Adams on. I just do not want Adams to go, oh, I'm playing central midfield, I hate it. Tofolo's going to come on for Liam Scales, just because we're thinking ahead to the Burnley game a little bit. Just a little bit. Not enough to make any mistakes here, FM, okay? Couple minutes remaining. Calm things down. 4 minutes added on. Get me through these minutes, Popov. This is our opportunity. We got players back. We're set up correctly. A glancing header. Let's aim for Tech or maybe even Williams. Williams is probably the target. Head away more. It's it forward. Williams. Oh, what a goal. It took the second phase of play. It's a great finish from the centre back. He came on in the second half and he's grabbed a goal. Good on him. Really nice free kick routine. We don't meet the initial man. Now, Williams continues his run across the box. Fired back in and he's there to take a very good shot. Keeper gets on it, but not enough. Beautiful. 2-0. Very happy about that. Just a professional win. Nice job, boys. I don't think our goalie will be back for the Burnley game, but we'll see. I think we probably play in a week. I think it's too soon for him to return. That was O'Leary's debut. 30-year-old keeper Max O'Leary. He makes his debut, keeps a clean sheet. Fair play. I do find that FM teams under AI management, and this has always been the case in my experience, there's a huge turnover in playing staff at a lot of clubs. Unless they're like a team that is winning and they land on a couple, like God knows what Reading have actually done in recent years. I can't even remember if we looked. Have they been to the Promised Land recently? What is the story of them in recent seasons? They've been in the Championship this entire time. Went very close to relegation in 2021-22, and then they've just slowly built up. But yeah, they were expected mid-table, and when we took over them, they weren't even close. We're currently 8th in the table. I think that is a very good start for us, and we're 2 points outside playoff spots. God forbid, we're only 4 points off automatic promotion. My word. I'm not splitting hairs over small deals where we're moving players that are just not going to be first team players out. I don't want a massive squad of players that are just not going to look in. I'd rather, if we need to, we'll go to the youth team, but we're moving some players that probably will never reach the required level out. Nightmare scenario. That is Steven Adams been recalled from his loan appearance. Even though I tried. That is a problem. We lose a very good player. I don't suppose they're stupid enough to... I know they won't loan him back. Huh? Surely he turns us down. Regular starter. Loan cannot be terminated. Add. Optional future fee. No. Pay his wages. 40 million optional future fee. Make offer. Honestly, if we could get him and then not tell them, what position he'll play in, that would suit me down to a T. Football Manager can be a little weird when you're talking loans or transfers. In my Paris save, I had a player that was recalled from his loan and then we paid 8k and we just bought him outright and he returned to the club on a 2-year deal. That's mainly like the club themselves being weird, but the player moaning about not playing a certain position, then to come back, sign permanently, and get played in the same position it's something. As you can see, not being shy with the loans. They're not in the first team, get them out on loan. What if I went mandatory 32 million? I don't have 32 million though. Uh-oh. Another problem with having an owner who doesn't want to be here. He's making bad decisions. He's just accepted a 17.25 million bid for Kelvin Abrefa from Birmingham. He's one of our best players. He's one of our best. What is going on here? Oh my god. What is going on? Dear. If I could loan him back to the end of this season, I'd be willing to sell him right now. But I'd still want more than that. Well, we're in trouble. I'd say I'll be more reasonable, but I still want to loan him back to the end of the season. He's putting in a transfer request. What we're going to do is we're going to offer him out for 12 million and the loan back length gets locked in. I'm going to protest this. Now, I'm new at this club, and one thing to just be clear, the team don't back me at all. Managerial support poor. I have no idea how to fix that, given all we've done, bar one game so far, is win. What's not convincing about the way we've started? Very strange. You've made several other players unhappy. I don't think that's true. Your reputation is quite low in relation to your players. That's a disgrace. Beautiful. 8 million and 8 million. And no loan back. Well, that's not happening then. We cannot sell one of our younger players, 23, but still one of our younger players, for way under our valuation. If he's a leading championship right back right now, he could very much become a Premier League right back. You don't sell a Premier League right back for 17 million. You just don't. It just doesn't look like we're going to be able to bring Steven Adams back in. 200 games in management. Way hey. Company claims we're an easy opponent. Don't like that. That's better. Where's the loan back? Where's the loan? Even though he's 29, I really do think we need the loan back. We're rejecting that. I think I'm going to reject this one. He's going to kick off, but the simple fact is I put my terms out there. It's also Brendan Rodgers, who I just can't stand. Obviously, they've only got 8 million that they're willing to give up front. Maybe even 6. After 10 league appearances. It's 2.5. One back length. End the season. In fact, what we'll do is we'll maybe make life a little bit easier on them. 6 monthly installments as well. We'll go a bit high and then see what they come back with. I assume they'll come back and go absolutely not, but maybe. Right, well that's gone horribly, but I'm not selling him without the loan back. Why you can't just tell the player that, I don't know. Feels like it should be pretty easy to do that. You should be able to send the offer to him and go, this is what I'll accept, otherwise you're staying put, but no. We're going to approach the next game. Pretty standard. O'Leary continues in goal. Our goalkeeper's not back. Tech as well continues in midfield. Fuchs is obviously unhappy. In general, the team is so unhappy now. I am scared that one false move and the whole team will turn on me and then we'll be in real trouble at Reading already. Exciting, isn't it? This is what you get from a journeyman. We're going to get straight into it. Let's take on Burnley. Not really caring about an FA Cup run this year. As much as FA Cup, great thing for fans, and in real life, I always want my team, or I want teams to compete. Simple fact is, we got much, much better things to focus on. Make a difference, make a difference, make a bloody difference. I'm pretty sure Burnley are in the Premier League here, but come to think of it, I don't think I checked. I think when we drew them, it came up and they were a Premier League team, but I could be wrong. 10 minutes in, and they definitely have control of the game. So what I'm going to do is take the counter press off. Playing a 4-2-3-1. Looks with the defensive midfielders. Oh, we've just managed to fight to keep him a potential arm injury. I hope it's nothing too severe. Tom Holmes is going to have to move across. And we'll take Williams on. That is concerning. And also, Tom Holmes, I'll have to tell him to calm down. He is on a yellow early doors. Not a lot happening in this one. Seriously, not a lot happening in this one. We are away from home. We have been alright on the road. Typically. Did we get a single highlight that first half? I don't think we did. Always choose revenge. And tell the team I've got faith in them. Now, weirdly, they seem to be reacting well to the team talks, but the team overall, several players unhappy. I think part of that is driven by the fact that so many players were unhappy when I joined the team, and some of them we sorted out, and some of them are just, they're not even remotely in the first team, so they're still unhappy with me. There's not much we can do. Diang, that is, he found some serious space from that free kick there. Thankfully, he didn't hit the target. That would have been some goal. Yeah, he's not playing well. I'm going to take him off. We're going to take on Popov, and I'm going to ask him to play as the inside forward. Still pressing and everything, but given that they've had 15 shots but only 4 on target, I don't necessarily think we need to change anything up the way we're defending right now. Sovereign has to come off, right? We lost Adam, so we've got even less options on the bench now. Oh, Zhao is back. One thing I forgot to mention, we asked Zhao if he wanted to take a break because he was feeling a bit homesick, so he left the club for 6 weeks. He's just newly returned, so Let's see if Zhao can pop up with a moment here. I think he's got 6 goals for us this season. Let's see. Come on, he's playing well. I like it. Win the ball, McGurk. No. I don't like this. I don't like the timing of this highlight at all, given that we've seen absolutely nothing. He's going to whip it in. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, away with you. 92nd minute. Nothing happening the entire game. Burnley absolutely rotten at home here. And although they had more shots, this is stolen because they've done nothing. Nah, not feeling that one. Disappointing, but again, don't really care about the FA Cup, but would have liked to beat Burnley, especially because I didn't think they were that good. Reading can be proud. He absolutely slagged us off before I get... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Fractured wrist. Send him to a specialist. 3 weeks. Ah, that is rotten. That is a big blow to our push for playoffs. Because we have got like 4 million in the bank. We're just not enough money to get a good player in. What a way to end an episode. So we lose our right back for 3 weeks. We're going to continue on through the rest of January now. I think what we'll do is let's get to the end of February even. Probably bring the Bristol City game, given that's how we came into the league as Reading manager, taking on Bristol City. We'll take them away from home and then play Plymouth at the end of February. So get a fair few games played and return. Potentially, I want to go there and then I want to get to the end of the season, pretty much see if we're going to be flirting with playoff places, but that is a big ask. A lot of games to play for the next episode. But yeah, let's get to the end of February and we'll see where we are. If you're enjoying the series, do hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, which I'm sure if you've made it to this episode 26, hopefully you've subscribed by this point. And check me out on Twitch if you get a chance. I'm live 3 times a week normally. Watch my Twitter for updates. I'm not sure how much of a tune I can get out of this team when they all hate me, but so far, results are fantastic. I just got to put it down to one of those weird FM things. It doesn't seem to operate the way it's meant to. I mean, the team hate me. They're all playing well, so it's a strange one. Join me next time. I've been Hunkleberry Finn. It's a journeyman. Pause. Now, hold on. One thing I'll state here. If the owner jumps in and tries to sell some of my players before the end of the window, and it's starting to look like that's the kind of man he is, I will turn my eye to the job board. We owe Reading nothing so far. We're doing a very good job. I don't like an owner who sells players from underneath me. I'll just put that out there. Till next time.